In today's video, I'm going to show you this awesome Johnny Lightning Nissan 300ZX in a racing livery. The reason I got two is because if I really like a model, I'll buy two of them. But this one, luckily I did, because the hood is very hard to open on this, and on this one it opened quite easily. So that's good. I can show you just quickly, which I'll do in massive detail later on. Just inside the engine, you can see the different bits there. And you know, in terms of rolling, it is brilliant, really brilliant. The only letdown I think is just this plastic part. On this one it's not so rattly, on this one it's quite loose. Look, you can see that. And on this one it's not so rattly. So just look at the draw really, what you get. Maybe this one wasn't a very good model, but they packed it anyway. And this one, which works really nicely, yeah, that's the way it should be. But anyway, what a brilliant model. And let's have a look at it in detail. Here's a quick look at the underside, really detailed, lots of mechanical parts. It's got the Johnny Lightning logo on there, and then where it left the factory, some code numbers, but they don't really do details of the vehicle itself, which I think would be actually handy to have. But here are the wheels underneath, and I gotta say, you know, for a rolling, and this is just so smooth. I mean, it's really free. So if you're into rolling wheels, which is one of my criteria for what makes a good diecast, this one in particular is definitely up there. This is the card for Johnny Lightning's Import Heat GT Street Freaks label, and got this really colourful flame artwork. Some details here, one of 4812. I love these freak facts. Okay, so GT racing traces its roots to Italy in the 1940s, when companies like Ferrari and Maserati were producing high performance Gran Turismo vehicles where non-professional drivers competed in races. GT races are based on two-seat production vehicles. They usually put the Pantone colours and names, and this is just custom white, blue and red. Version A, release 1. There is a black and gold version, white, black, gold, but I love this red, blue and white version. 1985 Nissan 300ZX, and it looks close to the real vehicle. It's got the same livery. We get a card as well on the back. Here's some info if you're interested. Here are the other releases. Release 2, this is on the back. So this is the rest of Street Freaks collection. And these are the other ones to look forward to. I think we've got some other Nissans here as well. But anyway, let's get this racing version opened. So out the packet, it looks like this. Here is the card, and it's kind of, let's put that carefully there. All that's on the back is just the names of the other cars in release 1, so that's pretty much it. We get some very nice artwork here. These do cost companies money to print and put in, so it's a nice addition to have, but I guess most of us would love it, have the extra cost back into the car itself, as you already have card art. So this is the vehicle, and as a model it's heavy, which as you know, if you listen to my previous videos, I'm a big fan of. I usually buy, if it's a vehicle I really like, I usually buy 2 or maybe even 3 if I really like it, because sometimes there's QC issues. You can see here immediately the gold hasn't quite hit all parts of that rim, whereas here it's much better. This window is a little bit bouncy. It fits, but it's not quite in there, so not really sure what's going on there either. Which is a bit of a letdown, but you know, I like sturdy models. You know, I don't like rattling, I don't like loose bits, flapping bits, opening parts where there's like holes and stuff like that, like big panel gaps. So upon feeling the vehicle, you know, this bit's also a little bit bouncy, you can see, but you know, for visual purposes, just to pose and take pictures of, Look at this. This is brilliant. Look at all these details. Let's have a look at the side first then. So first things first, design-wise, they've got the silhouette really nicely. Now I think the actual racing vehicle had a spoiler. I'll double check, but I think it did. And I think maybe the front was also modified to come down. We'll look at the front later on. So at the moment, this is the side. Let's take a look. All these amazing sponsors, and it's got BBS here, got indicator light. Look at that Z right in the middle. It's for the vehicle type. SCCA, Kendall, all these cool sponsors and authentic reproductions of tampo wise of the racing car. You can see here there's some little splodge of red here that's come out over. Goodyear, we've got another indicator and some splodge here on the white. Going around the back, nice little tribute plate. Look at that 300ZX turbo, really fine, accurate, detailed printing there. And here we've got Nissan. Nope, so the blue's kind of bled over a little bit down, but again, look at, I'm zooming in, what, 4.2 times, so it's not bad. Michigan tribute, I'm not sure what that time. Let me try and zoom in if possible. What's that say? I can't even read that, to be honest. I can see the letters, but I have no idea what it says. Michigan tribute something. Maybe you can let me know in the comments below. And you can see the black paint hasn't quite hit it there, but it's great that they filled in all these tail lights. On the back you can see part of the base forms the two exhausts coming up. Coming around the other side, there's also a bit of, so there are some random paint splodges around on this model, but like I said, this is really zoomed up and it's not all that apparent when you just pick it up with your normal eyesight, 20/20 vision. There's some gaps with this plastic, so maybe Johnny Lightning just need to go back and sort out what it is that they need to do to have this stay in place. Maybe in transportation this whole package got bumped and then, you know, some parts can come loose. I don't know, yeah, all kinds of factors can cause that, not just that the production was not so good in China where these things are made. Here, so again, we've got some paint splodges here, but again, really incredible detail across the side there. And here is the front. Look at that, beautiful. Apart from these, we've got some random paint marks here. This could just pass as like a car that's been, you know, through the races, like a bit dirty. Here in the front, you can see I've got like a plate area here, some lights, got Nissan logo there, supposed to be. But yeah, beautifully done, really beautifully for quite a complex design, but it's got to be, you know, hitting certain parts of the car. Yeah, really nice. It does have an opening part, which is the hood, which I'll pop open in a bit. And then let's look at the roof. So you can see, let me zoom out a little bit here. We've got the texture on the back window. All these lines, looks brilliant. Got the back windscreen wiper as well. With this plastic, I think there's something, if I push this bit comes out, and so I think it's the way it's just been added in. You can see the screw here. Maybe the plastic is just a little bit loose, so it's just a little bit rattly around, which is a shame. I have managed to wipe off that mark off the front, so maybe it was just dirty from the factory. Here on the wing mirrors, they've made an effort to paint it silver. Looks great, very realistic. And let's have a look. Let's try and have a look inside. It's quite difficult to see. You can see the gear stick dash, steering wheel. Ah, look at that. They've really tried to do mimic the actual steering wheel here as well. So this is like brilliant racing car reproduction. They have just used the other 300ZX as a template and then just done this design on, because the racing one, I think, like I said, it did have a modded part, so it had like a spoiler, and the front had a section here too. But you know, you're not gonna, I don't know any other brand that's doing cool stuff like this. So for now, this is what we get. Let me try and open the. So sadly, the hood did not open for this one. It's just too jammed in, and my usual method of just doing this just didn't work. But like I said, I did buy another one, and that one opened quite all right actually. So let me show you inside what's happening with the engine. So it doesn't open that high up, but you can still see inside all these details here. So it's a really cool effort that they've done, and they've even made some attempt to paint it in like bits in silver and bits in black. So really nice overall. Click. Model. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's no big jutting lip. There's a small thing here on, but it's very minute. It doesn't stick out too much, and if you put it at a side profile like that, you've got this really subtle raised engine part here. Really nice to look at, and overall it's a brilliant model. As I have two of them, I'll just show you. You know, this one, it's the rims, yeah, they're all different basically. Each one is pretty much like a very unique piece of art really. And it's just luck of the draw what you get, because I just ordered these. I don't get them from a shop or anything. I have to order them online, and you know, sometimes you can return it if it's not good, sometimes you're stuck. Anyway, let's get this on the turntable. Okay, so here is the model with the engine hood open, just to let you see what it looks like. Really cool for dioramas, not that cool if you want to put it on a track or race it. You know, like it's definitely not a toy. This plastic part that simulates the windows is quite weak and is a bit rattly. So it's great for display, not for play. But this is absolutely, for me, this is one of the best models I've come across this year that's been released. You know, all this livery, the way it's been tampoed on, painted on, etc., has been real great job by Johnny Lightning. And I hope they do more racing Nissans or Datsuns from that era. Any year, 70s, 80s, 90s, all really cool. And I love this wedge shape of the Nissan. It looks great. So just get that shut. Here we go. What a beautiful car. Brilliant model this year by Johnny Lightning. Please do more. Thanks. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a like, drop a comment below, let me know what you think, and see you in the next review. Take care.